working up, you got chest and back, two major muscle groups that make you look
Let's
really
talk
good.
about back. Let's talk about back. Okay. So Arnold Schwarzenegger used to do a lot of chin ups, wide grip, close grip, and he swore that part of the development of his monster back was through chin ups.
Mhm.
Okay. You know why people do pull downs at the gym?
Why is that?
Well, it's an effective exercise. Most people can't do very many chin ups. They do so few chin
Yeah,
ups that they can't elicit any kind of muscular response to warrant any kind of training effect. So they just don't do it because they can't. Okay, I've got some friends who can do some heavy weight with a pull down, and they can't get more than 10 chin ups. It's just that's the product of their bodies,
no,
right? So what I do
and
is
that kind of complements gymnasts as well. You know, like those gymnasts just have a different level of strength.
you look at Donnell Wittenberg, US gymnast. Now his body looks like a bodybuilder's body. He looks like a football player. Guy looks amazing. If he got super lean, he could win on any natural bodybuilding competition scene or some of the regional competitions in a non-tested
Definitely,
arena. Wouldn't you agree? Okay.
100%. And he's probably one of the most athletic guys out there.
Oh yeah, gymnasts are for sure. You look at a guy like George St. Pierre who incorporates gymnastics into his routine. Okay, you look at CrossFitters who do a lot of the chin ups as part of their routine. You want a big back? Do chin ups. Most people can't. Okay,
Wide grip, close grip,
sure.
reverse grip, all of them.
Right. So what I do is I can get something like 25, 26, 30 chin ups in a row with a pretty muscular body, pretty heavy body, bigger legs. Um, But for me, what I do is a long time ago, I used to attach plates to my body. So I used to attach three 45-pound plates to my body, and it was heavy. It was tough. Nowadays, I attach the band to my belt.
Yep.
Okay. And doing some resistance bands and doing the chin ups with that. I mean, talk about as you lift the weight up, boy, do you have that extra resistance on your body. And
Yeah.
you can really, really develop your back as a
And that's what's making that difference. And especially you, I'm going to use you as an example. I'm not using bands right now. I have a weight facility I use, but when you use bands, you notice you're developing muscles in some different areas. You know, there's a
yeah,
picture of you showed me. It's of your bicep, one on weights, and it looks good. It looks big. And the other one, you got some cuts happening. You know, and it's the same picture, but that's six months, 6 weeks after lifting bands, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, big time. It was the bands. The other thing too was I just posted a picture of this Flex Friday kind of crazy thing that I'm doing with regards to the 21 strong, and I took a picture of my back. I was shocked at how, not to be pompous about it, how good and how big my back looked. I don't think it's ever looked bigger. 6 months into doing bands, and that's all chin ups and band rows. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Crazy
nothing
difference.
much to it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I in my workout plan, I remember going through the first draft. The most important thing was narrowing down workouts to make it simple and effective. And the biggest comment you made to me is, "Are these workouts necessary? What are you doing for back? What are you doing for chest?" And it was saying, "Why are you doing all these complicated movements when it's as simple as pull-ups, different grips, and rows?" You know what I mean? So there's nothing to it backwise.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's talk about chest. Now, here's what happens with so many people. If you have long arms, you're screwed. If you have short arms and a big barrel chest and you're lifting bench press, you're going to do fine. Here's the problem. When you do a bench press, what muscles are
Definitely.
incorporated? You've got your chest, you've got your triceps. Which one's weaker, triceps or chest?
Yeah, definitely triceps.
Okay, so your
Triceps comes
triceps are
up
going to fatigue
first.
beforehand, right? So you're not fully working your chest. So that's why I recommend doing something like a pec deck, pre-exhaust your chest a little bit. So what ends up happening is your chest becomes the weaker link. Your triceps become stronger than your chest because you've pre-exhausted it. So the chest fatigues first. Okay, in that video, Louis Simmons talks about it. So of West Side Barbell fame, he talks about the fact that as you move the weight towards your chest, there's greater resistance. Okay, so you change the resistance of the lift. And what did it say about the article and some of his guys, some of the strongest guys in the world?
Yeah, so some of the strongest guys in the world are actually incorporating these bands And they're saying they're noticing a lot of better results. They're noticing that when you use the bands, especially for something like powerlifting, even anyone who's an athlete, when you're adding that extra resistance up, whether it's a squat, whether it's a bench press, when you get to the top, normally when you're lifting a bench press, you're already there and you're good. There's no tension, and you come back down. The initial tension's right here, right? So when you're using the bands and you get up here and you get up to your peak, there's a lot more resistance. It's a lot harder,
Yep.
right? And that's where a lot of the power lifters, the athletes are noticing their body look better because they're developing muscles in different places, and they're noticing their explosiveness go out the roof.
Yeah, you take a look at a guy like Louis Simmons. Okay, so they asked him flat out. They asked him, "What is a better routine for bench press?" And he had said, "You're better off doing instead of 80% of your body weight, 80% of your max lift for chest, going 60% and putting on the bands."
Yeah,
Okay, so that's one of the probably top coaches in producing some of the strongest men in the world ever, record breakers, telling us that. So here I am saying, all right, I'm 50. I'm just going to use bands exclusively. So what I do is I'll do the chest flies with the bands. Okay, I'm talking about the thick strength band, not the stuff with the handles,
yeah,
not the tubes. Okay, so I'll nail something like 18, 20 reps. And then what I'll do is I'll do push ups right afterwards. Okay, my chest is getting huge
burning,
just from
burning.
that. All right. The second thing I do is the exact same thing with the chest. I can change the angles with the flies, and then right afterwards, dips.
Definitely, yeah. I've been adding dips into my workouts a lot as well because it's the same thing, same concept as chin ups. It's body control. You can even stick your legs out sometimes if you got it.
Right. And what you feel with your dips is you feel your shoulders, you feel your triceps work, you feel your chest work, a little bit of your traps. Okay. And what you do is you attach the band to your body as well. And now
Yeah,
you get
just
some real
killer, just
smoking
killer.
resistance. Back to the gymnasts. You look at some of the top gymnasts in the world and you look at their upper bodies, they look amazing. Why? Because they do stuff like pull ups, dips, that kind of stuff. So
And this
Herschel
is the
Walker, 1,000 dips a day.
Yeah, and that's the special thing about what we're talking about right now is at home workouts and band training is that you have a wide range of people using them. You have power lifters, you have athletes, you have gymnasts, you have normal people, and they're all looking better. Whereas there's specifics. I mean, bands and then at home workouts, they cover everything that you need.
Hmm. All right, you got a show me muscle, okay? Which way to the beach? It's over there, right? The bicep pose, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Um, Here's your challenge with biceps, okay? Put your hands together, curl just like that, all the way up, all the way down. Squeeze your biceps all the way to the top. Hold it at the top for a little bit. Go all the way down. Okay. Try that for 12 to 15 reps. Right when you're done, drop down, get some bands, and start curling the bands. Then do that for a couple more sets. As you go to your second set, your third set, your fourth set, you won't be able to get more than 6, 7 chin ups. Again, most people can't even do a chin up. All right. Try it. See what it does to your arms. Your arms are going to explode. They're going to become
Yeah.
huge. That, along with the tricep band resistant dips, your arms are going to be massive.